Hello one and all, this is Luckless Lovelocks back with Danganronpa 2, continuing the investigation into Maru's murder, and we're headed over to her cottage to see if she's, what she's got in there, see if there's any clues. The case is really starting to come together. I have some ideas, but I want to find some more clues before I kind of put my final thoughts together. What does Chiaki have to say?
See?
Maru's cottage. It should be on this side, in the very back. Okay. So it's this one here. Wonder what we're gonna find in here. The door looks unlocked. Moving after you're told would be too third rate. So I made sure to be one step ahead. Interesting. Okay, what's Monokuma doing here? However, removing what's inside is a huge no-no. There are others who want to investigate too. Okay, so he's saying we shouldn't move anything from the cottage or the cabin. I guess I should go inside. Compared to my room, the cottage had a somewhat pleasant smell wafting throughout the room. That proves Maru was here. But she's not coming back. Then I should try looking for a naughty book. What? Why?
Yep.
No, I was only kidding. Kidding? Are you that kind of person? Geez, well, at least I don't feel nervous anymore. Wait, could that be the reason she said that?
See?
But it looks like we don't need to search for it. Check out that thing on top of the bed. On top of the bed. That's the envelope. Now, first thing I noticed, I'm sure you all did, is that we got one of those hidden Monokumas here.
No.
Perfect. And the envelope. There's an envelope on top of the bed.
Hey.
Could it be? This might be it. The ending prize Monokuma gave to the first person who beat that game. What's inside the envelope? Let's find out. Didn't we see didn't we see the Yakuza with it though? Could have sworn we did. So did he give it to Maru? I turned over the envelope and what came falling out was a few photos. This photo. Aha. This is a photo of Mikan, Ibuki, and Hiyoko in what appears to be some sort of entrance hall. It's just like that game. Okay, so confirm these are, I guess the four, was there five? Five girls? Who would be the fifth though?
Yep.
There was a similar scenario during the first day in Twilight's True Edition. Girl B was in a bad mood because Girl A was late, and Girl D tried to cheer her up by taking her picture. Oh right, Maru's the one that's taking the picture. Gotcha. Is this the photo she took? I mean, it must be. Okay. Look at this photo too. A broken vase. Just like in the game. Is that the same photo Girl D showed Girl E on the third day? As I recall, a broken vase was in the classroom next to the music room. You know what I really don't like about that game, the Twilight Murder Syndrome, is that the names of the girls, like I cannot remember which one's which because the names are so generic. Not that I can remember names anyways.
But still.
But this photo is more shocking. As Chiaki showed the photo to me, I was stunned into silence. Oh, wow. Ah. Okay. So I think this might be the Yakuza's sister, Kuzureyu's sister. And I think maybe he's the one that committed the murder as revenge. That's what I'm gonna guess, based on the game and what we've seen so far. But I'm not 100% sure, but that's my theory so far. This is an actual photo of a dead body. Since there's a piano behind the body, it looks like it's in the music room, if that's the case. I remember there was a music room at Hope's Peak Academy from the first game, and it looked quite a bit like that with that red curtain behind it. Could this be the photo of the first victim? You mean it's the victim of the murder that occurred on the first day?
Oh.
Yeah, the one they blamed on a pervert. High school girl's crime scene photo. And one more. This is the last photo. And then this is the final murder. You can't see her face. So, sorry. The Yakuza would have killed this girl, right? According to the video game. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm gonna have to like go through the evidence before the trial and try to put my final conclusions together. Because if I remember correctly, on the third day, that was when the boy confronted the other girl about the photo, right? This is probably the photo of girl E after she got killed on the 4th day. Okay. I mean, it nearly matches her body in the game. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's no mistake. This is a photo of girl E. The fact that you can't see her face means that it's really important. With that, we finished looking at all the photos. So based on all these photos,
Yep.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear. This is the ending prize. This is the ending prize for beating Twilight, and what's depicted in these photos proves the Twilight Syndrome murder case is based on an actual murder. Well, 2 murders, really. Does that mean that stuff about our memories being stolen?
Huh?
Huh? What's this? Is there something else?
See?
There's a note inside the envelope. Try playing Twilight Syndrome. After you get a game over, press down 5 times for the real game. Once you do, you should remember what you all did to my sister. We'll talk then. What you all did to my sister. Interesting. So I can't remember if the sister was the second. Sister was the second murder, right? So then this murder on Jabberwock Island, the one that we're investigating right now, was the revenge murder, I believe, right? And I'm pretty sure it's the Yakuza getting revenge for her sister. It would work well with the story of that they present for the murders, because he would have remembered that his sister was murdered, and then he wanted to get revenge. This note.
Wait.
And the other part of it is that Kuzuryu, the Yakuza guy, said that his sister could run the family even if he couldn't. And if he realizes that she's actually dead after remembering his school time, that would give him, that's just such a Danganronpa story as a motive. Huh? Maybe the first person to beat the game and receive the ending prize was Maharu. Yeah, it was Kuzuryu. Someone else sent this to Maharu. And that person is the one who actually received the ending prize. Maharu wasn't just lured there by Nagato. She also received this envelope.
Yep.
And that's why she played that game, right? And she wanted to get everyone else together to play the game so that they would also try to remember what happened during the school time. Then the person who played this game first This envelope looks very familiar. And the word sister written in his note. Based on these clues, I can't think of anyone other than him. Right, there we go.
Hey.
But the other thing is that, like, it's all pointing to him. And this game is never, aside from the first murder in Danganronpa 1, it's never been like the prime suspect that's the killer. So that's always in the back of my mind when I'm trying to predict what's gonna happen. It's I always think it's not the most obvious one. It's like the second or third most obvious killer. Yep, I'm glad we came here to investigate, because we did that. We discovered a very important clue. Yeah, I agree. But there's still one thing left. We have to find out who actually killed Maharu, but there's not much time left. I need to hurry. Yeah, I wonder if there's anything else in here. So we've got an open window, looks like. Just like my cottage, it has an open design that evokes a feeling of tropical relaxation. There's not much that catches my eye. Okay. What about these pictures? So the other thing that was mentioned is the two, I think, is it the first? Yeah, okay. I remember the two girls talking. I think it was like Girl C and Girl D. And one of them mentioned that whoever was killed, the second murder in the game, was like pestering the rest of the girls, like bullying them. And there was some kind of like feud over who was the best photographer, right? So that must have been Maharu and the sister. These photos, Maharu must have taken them. She probably developed them at the supermarket. Even in this situation, there's a lot of photos of smiling people. Is that because of her personality? I don't see Maharu killing someone. Can we get into the shower room? There's a shower room past this point. Even though I'm investigating, it feels awkward to go in there. Looks like there's no clues either. Okay. What about the bed itself? Anything else? It's a normal bed, nothing much here. I feel like we've investigated everything in the room, right?
Yep.
Yep, I'm glad we came here to investigate. Very important clue. Okay. Oh, Nagato's here. I wonder if we went to talk to Kuzuru. Hajime and Chiaki, what a coincidence! If something happens twice, third time's the charm, so they say. What coincidence? Are you a stalker or something?
Now.
Don't say that! I was just thinking about filling you in on the results of my investigation. Results? Did you find something?
Bow to me.
I'll let you know if you drop to your knees and lick my shoes. Huh? Just kidding! I was joking! Didn't sound like a joke to me.
Actually...
Well, it's about the footprints. The killer left their footprints in front of the beach house, right? Did you find out whose footprints those are? If you want to know, I highly recommend you come to the beach house with me. With you. Of course you'll come with me, right? I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, but if I can get a clue. What are you going to do, Chiaki? I'm going to try to talk to Fuyuhiko and see if he can tell me anything. So yeah, Fuyuhiko is my #1 suspect. I think it was the sister that was bullying people in school. I think he killed, he committed the murder out of revenge. Once he realized his family, like the Yakuza, would have no one to run it now that he's like stuck here. That's my best guess. So I'll leave this to you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. If someone like me tried to talk to him, it'd be impossible. But it might be different with a girl. Just be careful that he doesn't get rough with you.
Yep.
I guess this is where we part. I'll see you later, Hajime.
What?
Huh? Did you actually want her to stay? To stay? Actually, What do you mean?
Bye now.
Let's go. I'll go on ahead to the beach house and wait there. He knows something that we don't know yet. That's for sure. Like, why would he say that? Why would he say that? Okay, let's go to the beach house. God, this game is just, like, there's a lot to keep track of. The investigations, I really do like the investigations in this game. The other important point is that someone brought up in the comment section that I had totally forgotten about was that Akane was covered in blood when she came into the diner. So, and when she was fighting with Nikimaru, he said that he would never hurt one of his students or one of the people that he's training, right? So, and that was Akane's excuse for why she was bleeding, because she was fighting with Nikimaru. If he doesn't hurt his students and she was bleeding, she's probably lying about that, and she is involved in the murder as well, possibly. So she's kind of my number 2 suspect right now. Okay, where was I? Going to, how do I get to this second island? There we go. Where is he? Okay, there he is. What do you have to tell me, Nagito? It's
Now
really bright
then.
here. Let's try going inside.
My.
Nagito!
Whoa!
Whoa! Why the hell are you here?
Hello there.
Why, hello there, Kazuichi! Thanks for going easy on me earlier. Thanks to you, I was able to walk away with just mild bruising. You clearly think like an ultimate.
What the heck?
This bastard! You two have arrived at a good time.
Big news.
Big news! I have discovered something very terrible. Why are you smiling then? A terrible discovery. Not only that, I believe it's nothing like Sonya's, but there's something I noticed too. You too, Mikan? Yep, this is great. It looks like the investigation is reaching its boiling point. Okay, let's hear what Sonya has to say first.
Big news.
Listen, I have big news. Huge, huge news. What's the big news?
See?
Remember that Sun Witch Esperito mask that was next to Maharu's body? Oh, the mask the killer used to hide their face.
Listen.
No, that is not correct. That mask was not just used to hide their face. Then what was it for?
Well?
Sparkling Justice. Huh? Sparkling Justice is a serial killer and self-professed ally of justice whose name makes mankind shudder. They wear a hero mask at all times. Supposedly, they are a serial killer who only murders other criminals.
That is an order.
Do not look so disappointed, Hajime. You need to be surprised.
Hey.
This Sparkling Justice character, that's the serial killer you were talking about before, right? It's true that the mask we found is a hero mask, but
Wow.
it is a heroine mask. Heroine. Not like heroin, like injecting. Like a female hero. Heroine mask, to be precise. Sun Witch Esperito is a pretty witch girl. See? A heroine.
Anyway.
Anyway, so you're saying it's possible that this serial killer is the one who killed Maharu? Which means there's a serial killer hiding among us. I'm pretty sure I've seen a twist like this in some other video game. This is stupid. Serial killer my ass. The killer just used it to cover their face.
That's weird.
But even so, they sure chose something that stands out. That might be true, but
However.
although it's easy to write this off as foolish, it might be best if we exercise some caution. Sonya, can you tell me everything you know about this so-called Sparkling Justice?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil.
The hell?
Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
Okay. What the heck was that?
Well?
That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase.
What?
An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase?
Do you have a minute?
I read it in a magazine in the library. There has only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. However, in the end, that journalist was punished by Sparkling Justice, too. No good can come from getting involved with a serial killer. The serial killer might not want to hear that from you. This is all I know about Sparkling Justice. Thanks to the masks, nobody knows their true age or gender, making them a very mysterious individual. Hey, isn't that kind of a stretch? To say that there's a serial killer hiding in our group?
Listen!
No, it does not mean they are in our group. It is possible the serial killer was lurking on this island all along before they decided to murder Maharu.
Wow.
That's probably not possible. But that is the only thing I can think of. I mean, no matter how much I think about it, I simply cannot believe it. That one of us is capable of committing such a horrible murder. No matter how much I think about it, I simply cannot believe it. Sonia. I do understand Sonia's feelings, but it's highly unlikely that there's a serial killer hiding on this island. Okay. I don't really buy this serial killer thing, although as as Nagito was saying, we've ran into a stranger serial killer before with multiple personalities, so it's entirely possible. Kazuichi, what do you have to say?
Oh my.
But Miss Sonia, she looks strangely excited.
Whoa.
Awesome! That's like a powerful Gatmo. Man, I don't really get it, but nice one, princess. That Miss Sonia is something else. This guy is just so laid back. I should leave him alone. Yes, let's do that. Keiko, what do you have to say? Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who randomly appears and claims to be an ally of justice.
No.
Although it's easy to write this off as foolish, it might be best if we exercise some caution. Agreed? Mikan, you had something to say too, right? Well, compared to the others, what I have to say isn't that important. So please, don't get your hopes up and be disappointed. I get it, so just get on with it. I tried my best to perform the autopsy, and I was able to find out Maharu was definitely killed by a blow to the head. She was probably struck from behind by one blow, based on the scar. The weapon is clearly the metal bat. But every dark cloud has a silver lining. As they say, it looks like Maharu didn't suffer. What does that mean? There's no doubt that she died instantly. Her death was instant? That sounds a little strange. I think I'd better remember that. Died instantly. Why is that so important? I guess it would have to be someone really strong. And there's another thing I found. Oh, I'm sorry I started talking on my own. Were you busy right now? Just tell me. During the autopsy, I discovered this in Maharu's pocket. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. Hiyoko. Okay. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret until then. Let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hiyoko Sayonji. This letter. This letter is real. It would mean Hiyoko met up with Maharu, right? Plus, Maharu's estimated time of death was around 3 p.m. and they met 30 minutes prior. If we think about what that implies, then... Oh, I'm starting to get confused. Me too. God. If it's true, what does it mean? What happened between Maharu and Hiyoko? Oh man. Okay. Oops. So... Hiyoko as well, so that's the dancer, right? I'm assuming that they're the ones that killed Fuyuhiko's sister, and they wanted to meet to talk about it, to try to jog each other's memory. Okay, fuck, this is confusing. Now, yeah. What does he have to say about the footprints? Hey, tell me what you know already. Didn't you find out whose footprints those were? Actually, how are you able to find that out? After listening to everyone's story at the airport, I went to a certain place. Well, it's probably better to say I snuck in. To everyone's cottages. Everyone's cottages?
Yep.
I told Monokuma I needed access for the investigation, so he simply let me in. That bastard, he did something shady again.
Now then.
But why did I do something like that? Well, I'll explain my reasoning to you. Nagito squatted down near the entrance to the beach house and began to spread some papers he was holding.
See?
Come on, Hajime, take a look. After all, I went to the trouble of gathering all this. Those footprints. I see, so the reason you snuck inside everyone's cottages was...
Yep.
That's right, I wanted to get a sample of everybody's footprints. But unfortunately, Fuyuhiko wouldn't leave his cottage, so I couldn't complete it. Well, I guess it's no big deal. It seems obvious that the footprints belong to this person. Whose footprints are they?
Yep.
Hiyoko Sayonji. Okay, well we already kind of knew that she was here. We saw her running by the diner. I don't think she did it.
Well...
Hiyoko's. To be honest, the reason I summoned her to the airport was so I could lure her out of her cottage. She shut herself inside her cottage, remember? If she stayed in there, I couldn't sneak in.
Perhaps.
So I figured if I lured her out, she wouldn't be in a hurry to get back to her cottage. You're treating her like a small animal. But it was totally worth it. The footprint I collected there was smaller than anyone else's, and matched the footprints at the beach house. Yep, there's no mistake. These are Hiyoko's footprints. Okay. Also, it's not like I was snooping around or anything, but I found something really interesting at her cottage. Something interesting.
See?
I found a lot of these candies inside her room. They're gummy candies that come in 4 different flavors: strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. It looks like she got it from the supermarket. Apparently she really likes this brand of gummies. There should have been other gummy brands, but she only brought home a bunch of these. People are like that sometimes. There are people who will only eat the same brand, even if it's just potato chips. What's wrong with that? Well, it's not clear if this relates to the incident, but I thought I should tell you just in case. Just in case. Coming from this guy, that means it probably greatly relates to the incident. Well, obviously we found a gummy in the closet. So... Is that it? Is that it? Are we on to the trial? I think we are.
The time for unparalleled hedonism has come to an end!
Damn.
Come! Now is the time to fight the decisive battle! The hostility of fresh blood, the insanity of a contest of wits, The class trial is finally raising its curtain! So meet up in front of Monokuma Rock. Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance.
The secret entrance.
I'll see you soon!
Okay.
Now then.
Looks like it's time. I guess the investigation is over. So it's finally starting. The class trial, where our hopes and the killer's hopes will finally clash. But it's alright. Either way, hope will win in the end.
All right.
Now then, let's go prove it. Ah, what's he so excited about? There's no reason to respond to a guy like that anyway. We should start heading over. At the trial field where Monokuma is waiting, I have to make my case there.
There is no escape.
We have no choice but to press forward. Now then, let us go. As we talked amongst ourselves, we left the beach house and Maharu's body. Who's taking these bodies away, by the way? Where are they going? Okay, guys, well, next episode, we're going to start up the trial. I'm super excited. I'll probably do it over the weekend, so expect it to be done by the end of the day, Sunday. I always love doing these, and I'm sticking with my guns. I'm going to go with revenge murder. Fuyuhiko is the killer. I think they killed Fuyuhiko's sister. And he remembered. He also realized that he had to get out. He also had to get out to run the family, right? The Yakuza. And this is his way of doing it. How? The thing is, a lot of evidence points to him, so it's kind of like, I don't know how he thought he'd get away with it. But maybe it was also just he didn't care. It was for honor as well, right? He didn't care if he got caught. Because he might have realized, truly inside of him, he can't run the family. And then without his sister, his family is doomed. So might as well get revenge for the murder. Anyways, that's what I think, guys. Let me know what you guys think if you haven't played the game, or if you know what's gonna happen. If you don't know, if you do not know what's going to happen, put your predictions for who the killer is in the comments section. I'm really curious to know, and try to give some justification as well, because I want to kind of discuss it with you guys before I start the trial. This is Luckless Lovelocks signing out for now, and I love you all.